Hey everyone, my name is Anders, and today we are going to go over the Black Desert test server updates for the week. These changes go live for Korean servers first, usually in the next patch, with other regions on PC getting these updates a week later, with some exceptions. Console players tend to wait a bit longer for updates as well. First, let's go over the unified Blackstone change. From now on, weapon Blackstones, sharp black crystal shards, and weapon concentrated magical Blackstones will be the standard enhancement item. Armor Blackstones and such will be able to be converted into weapon Blackstones once this update goes live. A second update will get implemented later on that will change all of the Blackstone rewards from quests and other methods to be weapon Blackstones only. When this unified Blackstone update goes live, either next week or maybe the following week after that, you can speak to the Black Spirit and convert any of your armor Blackstones, your armor concentrated magical Blackstones, and your hard black crystal shards into the weapon versions. This conversion is going to be free and will be removed once the final unification of rewards and acquisition of Blackstones gets finished. Any gear that needed armor Blackstones in the past will now use weapon Blackstones. Armor and ship gear that was enhanced with armor Blackstones will have market price changes to compensate for the higher cost of weapon Blackstones. Armors will now function like weapons when enhancing, so you can enhance them up to +7 guaranteed. Armor Blackstones, armor concentrated magical Blackstones, and hard black crystal shards can no longer be sold on the market. Any recipe that needed armor Blackstones has been changed to now need weapon Blackstones. And lastly, enchanted scrolls, which were used to craft Advice of Velks, have been changed to reflect this unification of Blackstones as well. This change should help those crafting Jatina accessories, since I know supply for weapon Blackstones has been pretty low. North America server especially has been struggling with the Blackstone supply, while other regions aren't struggling as much. But regardless, any supply issues should go away once this update goes live. Next, we have Barter improvements focused on making it a lot easier to craft Carracks. Barter refresh has a cooldown reduction from 4 hours to 2 hours. Crow's trade voucher cooldown has been reduced to 2 hours to reflect this new change. Ship material refresh parlay points consumed has been reduced to just 10 points instead of 40 and 30 points instead of 50 for the second refresh. During ship material barter refreshes, they have increased the amount of trades for certain rare items from 1 to 2. The number of barter trades for Brilliant Rock Salt Ingot, Brilliant Pearl Shard, and Great Ocean Dark Iron have been increased by 1. Crow coin prices for materials needed in Carrack crafting have been reduced significantly. The amount of crow coins you obtain from selling these materials, however, remains the same. A new weekly quest has been added. It will reward you with 2 Combat Cox Pirates artifacts, some selling XP, and some contribution XP. You need to defeat 20 Young Sea monsters to complete this quest. The normal 3 dailies from Ravikel in Aquila have been unified into just 1 quest. You need to defeat 5 Young Sea monsters to complete the quest, and you will get the same amount of rewards as if you had completed all 3 quests before this change. Young Sea monster locations and density have also been improved to facilitate completing your dailies. Weekly quests that required you to defeat 3 sea monsters have been reduced to needing just 1 of each. Rewards for these have also been improved. A Candidum quest, for example, now gives you 4 ruddy manganese nodules. The 9 Shark quest now offers 2 Tears of the Ocean, and the Black Rust quest now offers 6 Combat Cox Pirates artifacts as additional rewards. Dailies that rewarded you with Carrack materials have been improved to give 1 to 2 more per quest. Level 2 and level 3 barter goods can now be exchanged for lunar and solar Blackstones. Level 2 is going to give you either 2 solar Blackstones or 1 lunar Blackstone, and level 3 barter goods will get you either 4 solar Blackstones or 2 lunar Blackstones. New land material trades have been added as well. Clear liquid reagent, powder of time, powder of earth, powder of rift, tiger meat, cinnamon, date palm, and fig have been added to the list. Some land materials have been removed from this list: weapon and armor Blackstones, dragon scale fossils, corrupted breath, and tyrant's blood. The amount of land materials needed for trades have been reduced across the board. And lastly, the Riddle Me Barter support boxes have been changed. You can receive up to 10 when exploring islands, and they will each give you a set amount of land materials. Any boxes you had before this update will remain the same. Next, we have some changes to cooking and alchemy failures. They've been improved. Before, when you used less ingredients than a recipe normally needed, you sometimes had fails. This meant you lost the ingredients, but with this update, you can fail or get a recipe wrong without losing any ingredients. Horse taming minigame timer has been reduced to 6 seconds from 11 seconds. For PvE, Dekia Sulfur Mine had a mechanic change. This area is getting released next week for us, but at launch, you had a mechanic with a device that would debuff enemies. Now, instead, they have added geysers that provide you with buffs as you grind. The only other change to PvE was a minor improvement to monster movement in Gyphon Underground. Next, we have some changes to Imperial packing requirements. You need to show 100 Witch's Delicacy and 100 Mysterious Catalyst instead of the Imperial Seals as before. There were some improvements to the New Jordan questline we don't have yet. Doom and Mythical Doom will no longer leave fire on the ground if they hit someone with their rush attack. The old menu UI is being removed next month. This is the OG menu design from way back in the day. It can no longer be updated with some new features, so they're going to be removing it. Some display improvements for large numbers in the marketplace is taking place as well, so the number doesn't get so long it blocks UI elements. We'll see how this gets implemented for us, since in Korean it makes more sense with how aesthetically structured the language is compared to English. And lastly, there were some bug fixes to some classes, but really nothing worth mentioning in my opinion. And that's it for this update. Let me know what you think about the barter improvements. Do you think this means we will be able to sell Carracks on the marketplace fairly soon? What do you think about the Blackstone unification? Do you like the way they're implementing this change? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.